Hello to all. Good morning. So, getting interest in the subject. Good morning. Good morning. Please like and share with your friends. Tell everyone to join and come soon. Please share fast. Please share fast. Let everyone join. Let everyone join. Okay, dear. Let everyone join. So, myself Abhishek Bhartiya. I've been teaching you since long, right? It's been around 10 lectures which you have already learned from me in the strength of material. I hope you are enjoying this subject now. Yes, I hope you are enjoying this subject now. Yes, okay. So, we have studied SFD-BMD, not complete but a part. And in the SFD-BMD, we have seen what are beams, what are the types of support, different types of beam, then about the determinacy, indeterminacy of the beam. Thereafter, we have seen what are the type of loading that can act on the beam. Thereafter, we have seen the what is shear force and bending moment and how we can find the support reaction. We have also seen how to draw the shear force diagram and bending moment diagram with 6 steps. I hope you have revised those 6 steps before coming to this class, because those 6 steps are going to be very crucial to understand the further lectures of SFD and BMD. I am trying to deal with the SFD and BMD in such a way that you should not face any problem while solving any of the questions. Okay, should not face any problem while solving any of the questions. Yes, those who are still not added to the Telegram group, please join fast, because per day I'm uploading my PDF notes in that group. So if you are lagging over there, you are missing something very good. Is it clear? Okay, so let me start. So this is the 4th lecture of SFD and BMD. Yesterday we have seen 3 questions on the SFD and BMD. All 3 were of simply supported. In the first, it is subjected to the point load. In the second, it is subjected to the UDL. And in the third, it is subjected to UVL. Okay. So, I'm moving for the 4th question. Question number 4. Question number 4 says that a simply supported beam is subjected to concentrated moment at distance L by 2 from the ends. Okay. So I need to find the shear force diagram and bending moment diagram. I need to find the shear force diagram and bending moment diagram. So, can you find the bending moment diagram, shear force diagram? Yes. Can you find the shear force diagram? Say directly without finding the critical points. Directly without finding the critical points. Say yes or no. Can you find the shear force diagram without finding the critical points? Yes or no? Come on, say. Can you find the shear force diagram without finding the critical point? Yes or no? Write in the comment. Yes? Okay. Why? Because there is no load intensity as such which is changing its sign. So the first thing that I need to do for shear force diagram is to find the support reaction. So we have seen the shortcut. There should be a couple of the force M by L. Yes or no? We have already seen this shortcut. Okay. So we are moving left to right. So moving left to right, downward force is negative, upward force is positive. So at A, you can see a downward force of M by L. At A, you can see a downward force of M by L. So I'm seeing a downward force of M by L, which is negative. Now A to C, no load. So A to C, no load. Now see, there is a moment. There is no transverse load. And the moment cannot do anything to the shear. Yes or no? So again, there is no load from C to B. So it remains constant. So it remains constant. So it remains constant. Let me draw proper line. Let me draw proper line. Okay. Let it be. Now there is an upward force of M by L. So due to the upward force, it will move up. Is it clear? Up by M by L. So this is minus. So I hope you understood about the shear force diagram. Any doubt in the shear force diagram? Any doubt in the shear force diagram? Yes? Any doubt in the shear force diagram? Any doubt? Any doubt? Any doubt in the shear force diagram? Yes? Any doubt in the shear force diagram? Say. Is everything clear? Please mention the comment. I see you don't write in the comment. See, when you write in the comment, what happened? When you write in the chat box, what happened? It make me feel that yes, you are writing along with me. Although you might be there, I'm not concerned. I'm not saying that you might be there. But when you write over there, then you write in the live chat box, it feels like yes, you are connected to me. Getting the point? So please write in the comment box. Whenever I say yes, is it clear? So please mention yes, it's clear. Yes, please write it over there. Okay. Next, I want to draw the BMD. I want to draw the BMD. So in order to draw the BMD, first of all, we need to find the critical points. First of all, we need to find the critical points. First of all, we need to find the critical points. Okay. So what are the critical points? What are the critical points? First point, start and end of the beam. Start and end of the beam. So what is the start and end of the beam? A and B. Okay. Point where UDL or UVL start or end. Point where UDL or UVL start or end. No such point. Point where concentrated moment or concentrated point load is acting. That is C. Point where load intensity or shear force diagram changes its sign. Again, no such point. Now, what is the bending moment at A? 0. We have already seen it in the previous lecture. Bending moment at B? 0. Now, for C, I have told you one point that bending moment is not defined at a point where concentrated moment is acting. Yes, I have told you that bending moment is not defined at a point where concentrated moment is acting. Okay, it is defined either to the left or to the right of the section. Is it clear? So I cannot write the bending moment at C. I can write the bending moment at C just left, and I can write the bending moment at C just right. Is it clear? Is it clear? So for C, I am saying bending moment at C just left. Just left. First of all, I'm making it clear. I'm moving left to right. Okay. I'm moving left to right. So I want bending moment at C left. Left means in the portion AC I'm talking about. And if I'm talking just left, I've already shown you that you cannot see the concentrated moment. Yes. So what is bending moment at C just left? You can see the moment is created only by the reactive force of M by L. Yes, that is acting at A. So this M by L is creating anti-clockwise moment at C. Yes or no? This M by L is creating anti-clockwise moment of this creating the anti-clockwise moment. What is the value? So it's anti-clockwise, so we will take as minus M by L into L by 2, that is nothing but minus M by 2. Is it clear? Is it clear? Yes? Okay. Look at the next. Bending moment at C just right. Bending moment at C just right. So when you are saying the bending moment at C just right, moving left to right, that means you reach the portion CB. Yes or no? And when you reach the portion CB, then You can see the bending moment, you can see the moment of M in the equation, yes or no? So just right, I'm talking about, so at just right, you get a moment of M by L into L by 2 in minus, and the concentrated moment M is in clockwise direction, so it is plus M. So the value that you are going to obtain will be minus M by 2 plus M, which is equal to M by 2, that is in plus. Okay, so just left you have a value of minus M by 2, and just right you have a value of plus M by 2. Now I'm going to plot these points first. So at A the value is 0, at B the value is 0, at C just left the value is minus M by L, okay, and at C just right, that is minus M by 2, right, minus M by 2, okay, and at just right the value is plus M by 2, okay. Is it clear? Now we know that the bending moment diagram degree will be 1 degree more than the shear force diagram in a particular region, yes or no? So from A to C the shear force diagram is 0 degree, so the bending moment diagram will be 1 degree, yes or no? And we need to connect first just left, because you are moving A to C, so first just left point will come. So I will be connecting just left point first. This is 1 degree. Now due to the sudden change, due to the concentrated moment, you can see the sudden change in the bending moment diagram, which we already discussed, that due to the concentrated moment there is sudden change in the bending moment diagram, but no such change is observed in the shear force diagram, which we already discussed, yes. And from C to B again the shear force diagram is 0 degree, so bending moment diagram will be 1 degree. When the slope is 1 degree, you don't need when the curve is 1 degree, you don't need to see the slope, you don't need to see the slope, you don't need to see the slope. Is it clear? Is it clear? Any doubt? Any doubt? Any doubt? Please ask. Any doubt? Please ask. Any doubt? Please ask. Please don't hesitate with me regarding asking of questions. I'm quite volatile. I'm quite yeah, I very assured. You can be very assured with me that if you ask anything, I will be replying. You can see that from the last 10 lectures, not even a single comment is there which is not replied, yes or no. And I will be trying my level best that you get this throughout the sessions, yes or no. And will try my level best that you get this throughout the lessons. So please don't fear for asking any question. This is a platform in which those who are hesitating to ask, they can ask, yes, because no one knows you, no one knows you who you are, so they will not think what you are asking. Let you will have the freedom to ask anything. Yes, any doubt? Any doubt? Any doubt? Okay, let us see the next question. Today we will be solving only question in these 2 hours. We'll solving only questions in these 2 hours. Question number 5. Question number 5. There is a simply supported beam, and this simply supported beam is subjected to the point load of P and moment of P into L with the lever arm with the length of L by 2 from each end. This is A, B, C. Or better, let me do one thing. Let me give you values of this L by 2 and the load. Okay, let me give you the values of L by 2 and load. So this is A, B, C. The load that I obtained from that frame part, I'm using that. So 10 kilonewton, and the moment that you obtained was 10 kilonewton meter. Remember this question? Okay, okay then. So first of all, we need to remember the reaction. We need to get the reaction for drawing the SFD and BMD. We need to get the reaction for drawing the SFD and BMD. Yes. So 10, both sides how much? 5. Yes, 5. Due to 10 kilonewton meter, there is opposite couple. So you can see the opposite couple. So that is 10 by 4, which is 2.5. Here also 2.5. So then net value will be 7.5 kilonewton at A. This is your VA. And net value at B will be 5 minus 2.5, which is acting upward. So that is 2.5 kilonewton at B. So it is VB. Is it clear? Now, I want you to draw the SFD first. I want you to draw the SFD first and then try to get the BMD. Come on, right? Do it fast. Get the SFD and BMD. Get the SFD and BMD. I'm giving you 2 minutes. I'm giving you 2 minutes. I'm giving you 2 minutes to draw the SFD and BMD. I'm giving you 2 minutes to draw the SFD and BMD. Come on, solve fast. Come on, solve fast. I'm giving you 2 minutes to draw the SFD and BMD as I've already given you the support reaction. Now I'm giving you only 2 minutes to draw the SFD and BMD. SFD will not take much time. SFD will not take much time. Those who have not taken out your notes or copy, please take it out, because today we are going to solve only questions. So if you are just looking at my video, you will not be able to enjoy this session. But if you are solving the questions along with me whenever I'm saying, you are going to love this session, right? So anything, the difference lies in your way, in the way you approach any situation or any particular lesson, right? All the lesson cannot be treated as just listen and write. No, you need to participate, then only you are going to learn, especially from me. If you want to learn from me, you need to participate. Okay, please draw SFD and BMD fast. Please draw SFD and BMD fast. Please draw SFD and BMD fast. I think most of you must have completed the SFD. Yes, most of you must have completed the SFD. Say dear, yes or no? Most of you must have completed the SFD. Yes. Okay. Look at the SFD then. Look at the SFD then. So moving left to right, upward force positive, downward negative. There is upward force of 7.5. We are looking at the net effect. Okay, don't forget that. So there is upward load of 7.5, that is plus. Now ATC no load, so it is 0 degree. Now at C there is a downward load of 10 kilonewton. So you will subtract 10 and there is already a positive value of 7.5 in which you are subtracting 10. So you will reach minus 2.5. Yes or no? You will reach minus 2.5. Okay. Now C to B, again there is no load. So it will be 0 degree. Now at B there is an upward force of 2.5. So it will be positive. So minus 2.5 plus 2.5. It will reach the 0 point. That doesn't mean the shear force at B is 0. No. Shear force at B is what? Minus 2.5. It is not 0. Is it clear? Is it clear? Yes or no? So shear force at B is minus 2.5. It is not 0. Should be very clear with this. Right? So that is your shear force diagram. That is your shear force diagram. Any doubt in the shear force diagram? Any doubt in the shear force diagram? Is it clear to all? Is it clear to all? Yes? Is it clear to all? Is it clear to all? Is the shear force diagram clear to all? Yes? Sure? Okay. I think some of you might have got the BMD. So let's see. Let's see. critical points. Critical points. So what are the critical points? Start and end of the beam, that is A and B. Start and end of the UDL or UVL, no such point. Point where concentrated point load or moment is acting, that is point C. Yes or no? That is point C. Next, point where load intensity shear force changes its sign, that is again point C. So that's it. Now, these are the critical points. Now, what is the bending moment at A and bending moment at B? Nothing but 0. Yes or no? Now we are left with again C point, and at C point concentrated moment is applied. So at C I need to find the bending moment. I need to find the bending moment at C. So in order to find the bending moment at C, I already told you at C the bending moment is not defined because the concentrated moment is acting. It is defined either to the left or to the right. So for finding the bending moment at C, I am moving left to right. Left to right. First, I am considering bending moment at C minus. C minus means left of C. So at C minus, only one force can cause the moment, and that is VA. And this VA is creating clockwise moment. This VA is creating clockwise moment. So that is what? 7.5 into 2, which is nothing but 15 kilonewton meter. Is it clear? Now, what is the bending moment at C plus? C plus means just right. So just right, you can see only two forces that can cause moment. That 10 kilonewton point load that is acting at C cannot cause any moment because the lever arm, that is H, that is tending to 0. So what we are going to write, 7.5 into 2, that is clockwise moment, minus 10. So the value is 5 kilonewton meter. See, I have told you when I was solving the questions on support reaction that please learn about the moment directions over here itself, because once you get in habit of using those equation, you are not going to face any problem while the discussions of this MC, MA or MB, anything. And my main focus right now is to let you understand how to draw the SFD and BMD and not in the calculations. Is it clear? Because for that itself, we have solved so many questions on the support reaction. I think we have solved around, if I'm not wrong, around 13 to 14 questions on the support reaction. Yes. So let me mark the points. At A, the bending moment is 0. At B, bending moment is 0. At C minus, the bending moment is 15. Okay. And at C plus, the bending moment is 5. Right. So now we need to connect this. So if you are moving left to right, first you will get C minus, that is 15. Right. So we need to connect 0 to 15. But how? The shear force diagram is 0 degree. The shear force diagram is 0 degree. So the bending moment diagram will be 1 degree, yes or no? The bending moment diagram will be 1 degree. Now you need to connect 15 to 5 because of the sudden change. You need to connect 15 to the 5 because of the sudden change. Now again the shear force diagram is 0 degree. So if the shear force diagram is 0 degree, the bending moment diagram will be 1 degree. Is it clear? So now let me hatch this area. So throughout it is positive. Can you see that? Throughout it is positive. Throughout it is positive. Is it clear? Is it clear? Okay. Now something special that you should understand. If you see the slope of bending moment diagram just left of C. Just left of C. Can you see that? Can you see the slope of the bending moment diagram just left of C? Yes or no? And you see the bending moment diagram just right of C. Okay. So in the diagram itself, you can see at just left of C, if I consider the slope as positive, then just right of C, the slope is in the opposite direction and so it will be negative. Yes. And this can be verified with the shear force diagram also. If you look just left of C, the shear force value is plus 7.5. And if you look at the shear force value just right of C, you can see the value of minus 2.5, which is clearly indicating that the slope in the bending moment diagram just left of C and just right of C will be different. Are you able to understand this point? I'm repeating once more. Look at the bending moment diagram. This is something which you will understand with the questions. More number of questions you are going to solve, you are going to understand this very well. So what I'm saying to you that if you look at this bending moment diagram, look at C, just left of C, the slope, if I consider as h, right, then just right of C, the slope is not h, it is different. And this can be seen from the shear force diagram also. Because we know that the slope of the bending moment diagram is will give you the shear force at that point, right? So I can see that just left of C, the shear force value is plus 7.5 and just right the value is minus 7.5. So clearly indicating that in the bending moment diagram, the slopes will be different. Is it clear? Is it clear to all? Yes? Is it clear to all? Say, is this point clear to all? Yes? Sure? Sure? Okay. Okay then. Let us see the next question. Let us see the next question. Question number 6. Question number 6. A cantilever beam subjected to the point load P. The length of the beam is L. The length of the beam is L. The length of the beam is L. The beam I'm writing as AB. The beam I'm writing as AB. Come on, solve fast. Solve fast. You know the reaction. You know the vertical reaction is P and the anti-clockwise moment will develop, that is P into L. You know this. Come on, solve fast. Solve fast. Draw SFD and BMD. Draw SFD and BMD. I'm giving you 3 minutes. Come on, draw SFD and BMD. Draw SFD and BMD. Draw SFD and BMD. Come on, solve fast. Solve fast. Solve fast. Draw SFD first. SFD is very easy. Consider move left to right. Don't take a hassless decision. You are at B also, there is downward, so you are moving like this. Don't make it a haphazard situation. Move from left to right or from left to right. Left to right or right to left. Right. Yes. Solve fast. Solve fast. Solve fast. Today the session is of only questions on SFD and BMD. We will be solving only questions on SFD and BMD. Today we will solving only questions on SFD and BMD. And same on the Monday. And same on Monday. I will make you solve so many questions that you will feel you are master, provided you study this subject properly. Each and every lecture you are attending properly. Yes. Last 1 minute. 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 Okay, see then. See then. So for shear force diagram, because there is no change in the load intensity as such, so we can directly draw the shear force diagram. So moving left to right, upward I'm taking as positive, right? So there is a upward force of P. There is a upward force of P. Now A to B there is no load. A to B there is no load, so that I'm keeping at constant, right? 0 degree. And now at B there is a downward load of P, so again it will go down. Is it clear? Is it clear? Is this point clear? So what the common mistake you all do? You see the ends. At A you keep P upward, at B you keep P downward. Now you don't understand what to do, you connect it with a straight line. I've seen this mistake in your notes. While I used to take the class, I've seen this mistake which you students commonly do for SFD and BMD, and that's why you feel that it's very difficult to understand about the nature. See, everything as a process. Everything as a process. You can't disobey that process. Try to understand my point. Okay. So, if I'm saying you, I will be moving left to right in making of diagram, I will move left to right only. I will see one force, then other, then other, then other. I cannot jump from one to another because this will create problem. Are you understanding this? Yes or no? So always remember, whenever you are drawing the SFD and BMD, go one by one. Don't jump. That is the most common mistake that you all do in the exams or any other topic. Is it clear? Now next we are talking about the critical points. So what are the critical points? What are the critical points? Start end of the beam, that is AB. Point where concentrated point load or moment is acting, that is again point A and B. Next, point where UDL or UVL starts or end, no such point. Next, point where load intensity or shear force changes its sign, no such point. So you need to find the bending moment at A and B. So what is the bending moment at A? Bending moment at, you can see a concentrated moment at A. Yes, so now the bending moment is not 0. You are moving left to right. You are seeing the concentrated moment at A, that is in anti-clockwise direction. So I've told you the moment is the summation of, definition of bending moment at a section is summation of all the moment caused due to transverse force or concentrated moment while moving left to right or right to left at a section. So what is the bending moment at A? You can see the concentrated moment at A. You are moving left to right. So that is nothing but P into L. And since it is anti-clockwise, it is minus P into L. Is it clear? Next, what is bending moment at B? What is bending moment at B? At B, you can see just to the right. If you look at the right of the B, there is no force that can cause moment at B. Yes, and there is no concentrated moment. So bending moment at B will be 0. Sir, please don't mug up these things, right? I'm giving you proper reason why 0, why minus PL, everything. Please don't mug up. So at A the value is minus PL, and at B the value is 0. Now shear force diagram is 0 degree. So if shear force diagram is 0 degree, then bending moment diagram over that region will be, write in the comment, bending moment diagram in that region will be 1 degree, yes or no? So it is 1 degree. Is it clear? Okay, so this is in minus. So this is your shear force diagram and the other is your bending moment diagram. Any doubt? Any doubt, please ask. Any doubt, please ask. Any doubt, please ask in question number 6. Any doubt, please ask in question number 6. Yes? Yes? Any doubt, please ask in question number 6. Is it clear? Is it clear? Okay. Okay. Let us solve the next question. Question number 7. Cantilever beam subjected to UDL. UDL of W kilonewton per meter. One student asked me yesterday about the yesterday's class, sir, I'm feeling problem in deciding the concavity or convexity. Right? Don't be confused here. I will be letting you solve all the questions and your confusions will be sorted out. Don't worry. Okay. So there is a cantilever beam subjected to the UDL of W kilonewton per meter throughout the length L. Right? I know what is the support reaction. Let's not waste our time in the support reaction. That is nothing but WL and the moment is WL square by 2. Okay, all these are standard formulas you should remember also. Now I want you to draw the SFD and BMD. Come on fast. I'm giving you 2 minutes. I'm giving you 2 minutes. I'm giving you 2 minutes. Come on, draw. Draw SFD and BMD. 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 Come on fast. Try to draw SFD and try to draw BMD. Try to draw SFD and BMD. SFD and BMD. Yes. Come on. Draw SFD and BMD. Fast, fast. Try to draw SFD and BMD. I have given you 2 minutes. Time is running. Don't sit idle in my lectures. Don't sit idle in my lectures. You should be very active in my lectures, right? Because I will continuously be asking you to do something. So get the answer fast. Get the answer fast. Get the answer fast. Get the answer fast. Last 1 minute. Last 1 minute. Done? Done? Yes? Done? See then. See then. So again load intensity is not changing its sign. So I can draw the shear force diagram directly. Yes or no? So at A there is upward load of WL. At A there is upward load of WL. So it is plus. Now there is a UDL. So I've told you whenever a UDL or UVL is there, you need to look at the end of the UDL or UVL and you need to see the total load. So when you reach B, what is the total downward load due to UDL? What is the total downward load due to UDL? Nothing but WL. Yes or no? The total downward load is WL. So try to understand this WL is acting downward. So plus WL minus WL, it will reach 0. Yes or no? It will reach 0. And there is a UDL. So due to the UDL, we know the shear force diagram is what? Linear. This is 1 degree. This is positive. So is shear force diagram clear to all? Is shear force diagram clear to all? Yes. Is shear force diagram clear to all? Say dear. Is shear force diagram clear to all? Yes. Sure. Sure. Okay. Now again for bending moment diagram, I'm looking for the critical points. I'm looking for the critical points. I'm looking for the critical points. So what are the critical points? Start and end of the beam, that is A and B. Start and end of the UDL or UVL, again A and B. Point where concentrated point load or moment is acting done. Point where load intensity shear force changes its sign, no such point. So what is the bending moment at A? What is the bending moment at A? Nothing but minus WL square by 2. What is the bending moment at B? Nothing but 0, because no force is acting to the right of B, and for A there is a concentrated moment at A, so which is giving it a resistance. Okay, so at A, let me draw first. So at A you can see the downward force, there is a value of minus WL square by 12. Okay, and at B the value is 0. Okay, now those who are having problem in the angle, please listen. It's a request to listen. It is very important, because if you don't listen now, you are not going to solve the next question. You will not be able to solve the next question. Please listen. If shear force diagram is 1 degree, then bending moment diagram will be 2 degree. And if it is 2 degree, it is square parabola. And square parabola can be drawn in 2 patterns. So we need to look which pattern it is. And for that, I need to look at the slope at the critical points. We need to look at the slope at the critical points. Okay. So there are 2 points. One is A, other is B. Okay. And the slope of the bending moment diagram is given by V is equal to dm by dx. V is equal to dm by dx. Okay, so at A, what is the value of V? WL. The value of V is WL, and that is equal to dm by dx, which is the slope at A and in the bending moment diagram. So what does this signify? This implies slope at A is not equal to 0. Is it clear? Similarly, if you look at B, so at B, V is equal to 0. You can see that in the shear force diagram. At B, V is equal to 0. So at B, V is equal to 0, then slope at, that is dm by dx, is also equal to 0, which indicate that slope at B will be 0. Which indicate that slope at B will be 0. See, for you only I am writing each and every point crystal clear. Okay, so at A you need to give the slope. Now again, I have told you, you can give the slope either upward or downward, but if you give downward slope, it has to come up, and because of which a point will reach where bending moment, where the bending moment will be, that the slope of the bending moment will be 0, which indicate that shear force must be 0. Okay, let me show that. Suppose you show the slope downward. Okay, and the slope at B is 0. Right? So what you need to do? You need to move it in this form. Yes or no? This is just for your explanation. Those who don't understand this part. Right? So what you are seeing, there is a point where bending moment diagram slope is 0. That means at that point shear force diagram's value must be 0, which is not possible, right? So that's why we are not drawing downward slope. Is it clear? We are drawing the slope such that we have to combine with B, right? We have to draw the slope such that we have to combine with B. So at A, I am showing the slope. At A, I am showing the slope, okay? And B, the slope is 0. I need to connect it with a straight line. I need to connect with a smooth curve. I need to connect it with a smooth curve. Yes. And this curve is 2 degree. That is in minus. Any doubt, please ask. Any doubt, please ask. Any doubt, please ask. Any doubt. Because if you are having doubt in this part, it is very difficult for you to understand further. So if you are facing any doubt, you can ask right now itself. Yes, any doubt in the shear force diagram or bending moment diagram? Any doubt in the shear force diagram or bending moment diagram? Is it clear to all? Is it clear to all? Yes. What I am saying, the bending moment diagram is 2 degree. The bending moment diagram is 2nd degree. And if the diagram is 2nd degree, then you need to look at the slope at the critical points. And if you have to look at the slope at the critical points, then you need to look at the equation, that is V is equal to dm by dx. So at A, from the shear force diagram, we can see that the value of V, that is the shear force, is equal to WL, and this is equal to dm by dx. Okay. So we can see that the slope at A is not equal to 0. Similarly, if I look at the B, then V is equal to 0. That is the shear force value at B is equal to 0. That means slope in the bending moment diagram will also be equal to 0, which further can be seen in the diagram. I am drawing the slope at A in the upward because we need to connect to the B. I cannot change the nature of the curve. I cannot change the nature of the curve, right? We need to connect it with a smooth curve. So I've shown it upward and connected it with a smooth curve. Still, you have any doubt, please ask. Still, if you have any doubt, please ask. Don't hesitate. I am ready to explain any problem. Please. Is it clear? Is it clear? Yes or no? Yes or no? Those who have not hit the like button, you are doing injustice. You are doing injustice, right? So please hit the like button. Please hit the like button and share with your friends as much as you can, because I am giving you the quality, and I believe more number of students should achieve that quality. I should reach all the students, those who are lagging this quality, right? Especially in the college, right? So please, it's a request, please share this video more and more so that more students can come and attend my classes. More students can get the good knowledge, and that is what I'm aspiring, right? So please, any doubt, please ask. Any doubt, please ask. Okay, so I'm moving then. Question number 8. Question number 8. Question number 8. Okay. So what does question number 8 say? There is a UVL. There is a UVL of maximum intensity W kilonewton per meter acting at the support, and the length of the UVL is L, with zero intensity at the end. Okay, marking the ends A and B. Yes, for simplicity, I am giving you the support reaction. We have already found the support reaction, that is WL by 2 and WL square by 6. Come on, draw the diagram fast. I'm giving you 2 minutes. Draw the diagram fast. I'm giving you 2 minutes. Draw the SFD and BMD. 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 Draw the SFD. Draw the BMD. Draw the SFD and BMD fast. I'm giving you 3 minutes. Please draw. Please draw the SFD and BMD. Please draw the SFD and BMD. Please draw the SFD and BMD. So I hope you all are enjoying the session, right? Yes. Any doubt? There is a in the SFD BMD actually what happens here. Some small part is there which create trouble to us. Okay, so if you understand that small thing, no, you can draw any SFD BMD. It will not create any problem to you. Okay. And I'm telling you very clearly, you're not only studying for GATE, you're studying for GATE, ESE, IAS. Any question that even comes in IAS you can solve with my notes. Okay, please get the answer. Get the answer. Get the answer. Yes. 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 You need to see the slope of the shear force diagram. It's very important. You need to see the slope of the shear force diagram. If you forget to see the slope of the shear force diagram, you're in the wrong path. You need to see the slope of the shear force diagram. Yes. Okay, see then. Again, shear force diagram I can draw directly, yes or no? So, there is an upward force of WL by 2 while I'm moving left to right. While I'm moving left to right, there is upward force of WL by 2. So, it will move up. It will move up. Now, there is a UVL. So, due to the UVL, what is the total downward load at B when you reach A to B? What is the total downward load due to UVL? Nothing but WL by 2. Yes or no? Nothing but WL by 2. So, when you reach B, you need to subtract WL by 2 from plus WL by 2, and that is nothing but equal to 0. Okay, so I reach 0 point. Now the thing is, you need to look at the slope, because we know that in case of the UVL, since the variation of the load intensity is 1 degree, since the variation of load intensity is 1 degree, okay, since the variation of load intensity is 1 degree, then shear force diagram over that length will vary as 2 degree. And if it is 2 degree, we need to see the slope. So we need to see the slope using the equation W is equal to minus dV by dx. W is equal to minus dV by dx. So at A, W is equal to W kilonewton per meter. Yes or no? That is equal to dV by dx minus dV by dx. Minus dV by dx. That means since dV by dx represents the slope of the shear force diagram, so that means slope at A is not equal to 0. So this I am talking for what? For shear force diagram. Is it clear? Is it clear? So the slope is not 0 at A. But if I talk at B, then the load intensity is equal to 0, which is equal to minus dV by dx. So this implied dV by dx is equal to 0, which further implied that slope at B in the shear force diagram is equal to 0. Slope at B in the shear force diagram is equal to 0. Is it clear? So at B, the slope is 0. At B, the slope is 0. Okay. At A, there you will be a slope, and since you have to move downward, I'm showing a downward slope. Is it clear? Now I'm going to connect it with a smooth curve. Okay, I'm going to connect it with a smooth curve having the degree as 2 degree. Is it clear? Is it clear? Yes or no? So this is your shear force diagram. Any doubt? Any doubt in this shear force diagram? Any doubt in this shear force diagram? Any doubt in this shear force diagram? Yes? Yes? Any doubt? Please follow the procedure in which I am solving, and that is only important. Is it clear? Okay. Next, for bending moment diagram, I need critical points. I need critical points. So what are the critical points? Start and end of the beam, that is A and B. Start and end of the UDL or UVL, that is again A and B. Point where concentrated point load or moment is acting, already considered. Then point where load intensity or shear force changes its sign, no such point. So I need to find the bending moment at A. I need to find the bending moment at B. So what is the bending moment at A? Moving left to right, the value is minus WL square by 6. Yes. And what is the bending moment at B? Nothing but 0. So at A, the bending moment is 0. At B the bending moment is 0. And at A, the value is minus WL square by 6. Okay. So first plot this. At A, the value is minus WL square by 6. Okay, in minus. And at B, the value is 0. At B, the value is 0. Okay, now what you need to do? You need to connect it with a curve. And what is the degree of curve? Come on, write fast in the comment. What should be the degree of curve in the bending moment diagram? What should be the degree of curve in the bending moment diagram? What should be the degree of curve in the bending moment diagram? Yes. What should be the degree of curve in the bending moment diagram? It should be 3 degree. Yes or no? Okay. So we need to see the slope. So for BMD, we need to see the slope at the critical points. So the critical points are A and B. So for bending moment diagram, at A, if I talk, so at A, V is equal to WL by 2. You can see from the diagram of the shear force. So at V is equal to WL by 2, this is equal to dm by dx. So this implied that dm by dx is not equal to 0, which further implied that slope at A is not equal to 0 in the bending moment diagram. Okay, so I have to move up from A to B. So I am showing the upward movement. Is it clear? At B, what is the value of shear force? At B, what is the value of shear force? 0. This is equal to dm by dx. So this implies slope at B is equal to 0. This implies slope at B is equal to 0. So I need to connect it with a smooth curve, right? And this is indicating what? 3 degree. This is indicating 3 degree. Okay. So this is the curve. I hope you understood this. Yes, I hope you understood this. Any doubt? See, I'm explaining. That's why it's taking time for me to explain. Okay, when you understand, you will just mark and then join. That's it. That should be the speed you should be attaining after my lectures, right? But the only one condition you can attain this when you practice, right? It may be there that someone might not be able to solve the question right now in this live session, right? Or when someone might be listening to the recorded lecture, but that's not a concern. We all are learners. I am also a learner. When I also learned this, it took me time to learn, right? So it's not like that we just listen and we'll understand everything. No, it's not possible. I know that, right? But the one thing we can do is to practice more and more. The more you practice, the more you practice, the better you are going to be in SFD and BMD. It's my guarantee. It's my guarantee. But if you don't practice, it's very difficult. So what you need to do in this while you are doing the SFD and BMD, you need to solve all the questions which we have done in a separate paper. First, you will writing all the questions, and then you will drawing the SFD and BMD for all the questions. Is it clear? Is it clear? Okay. So let's see the question number 9. Let's see question number 9. So what does the question number 9 say? That what does the question number 9 say? That the UVL is there. The UVL is there, and this UVL is having the maximum intensity at the free end, that is W kilonewton per meter. The length is L. Let them mark the ends A and B. We know the support reaction we have already found, that is WL by 2 and WL squared by 3. Yes, we have found that. So please draw the SFD and BMD. I'm giving you 2. Okay, let you take 3 minutes, but try to solve. You take 3 minutes, but try to get the answer. You take 3 minutes, but try to get the answer. You take 3 minutes, but try to get the answer. Yes, try to get the answer. Try to get the answer. Try to get the answer. Try to get the SFD and BMD fast. Try to get the SFD and BMD fast. Once done, please confirm me, sir. Done. Once done, kindly write in the comment. Done. Kindly write in the comment. Done. I don't know how to crack jokes in my class. I've never did that. Those who have studied from me, they know. I believe in only one thing, is that you should be very much serious about your career, about your future, and this is the only principle with which I have worked since long, and I have attained a success also in this. Attained tremendous success in this because I believe only in giving concepts regarding your technical subjects. I don't want to waste your time. If you are sitting with me for 2 hours, you should be utilizing your 2 hours very properly. You should be utilizing your 2 hours very properly. Last 1 minute. Last 1 minute. Last 1 minute. Last 1 minute. Yes. Last 1 minute. Done? Okay, see then. So for the shear force diagram, I'm moving left to right. So in the left to right, I'm taking upward as positive. So we'll take upward force positive. We'll take upward positive. The value is WL by 2. Now there is a UVL. So I will look at the end of the UVL while moving left to right. So what is the total downward load due to UVL? That is again WL by 2. Since it is downward, so it will be minus. So plus WL by 2 minus WL by 2. That is 0. That means at B the value will be 0. At B the value will be 0. At B the value will be 0. Now you need to connect this. You need to connect this with a 2-degree square parabola. So for a 2-degree square parabola, you need to see the slope of the SFD at the ends. Yes or no? So for shear force diagram, we know that slope of the shear force diagram is given at W is equal to minus dV by dx. So at A, W is equal to 0. At A, W is equal to 0. So if W is equal to 0, then we know that this W is equal to minus dV by dx, which further imply that slope at A will be 0 in the shear force diagram. Is it clear? So the slope at A will be 0. You need to show the 0 slope, right? Now at B, W is equal to W kilonewton per meter, and this is equal to minus dV by dx, which clearly indicate that the slope at B in the shear force diagram is not equal to 0. That means the slope at B you need to show, but where? Upward or downward? Come on, comment. You need to show the slope at B in the shear force diagram in the upward direction or in the downward direction. In the upward direction or in the downward direction. Please comment first. Upward or downward? Upward? Yes or no? So in the upward direction, right? Now I'm going to connect it with a smooth curve. So I've connected with a smooth curve. So this is your 2-degree square parabola. This entire is positive. So let me hatch the area of the shear force diagram. This is your shear force diagram. Okay, done. Is it clear? Next, bending moment diagram. So first of all, critical points. Yes or no? So what are the critical points? Start end of the beam A and B, start end of the UDL UVL A and B, point where concentrated point load or moment is acting, again there is no such point. Then point where load intensity or shear force changes its sign, no such point. So what is the bending moment at A? Moving left to right, the value is minus WL square by 3. Value is minus WL square by 3. And at B the value is 0. So first of all, I will be marking these points. That is minus WL square by 3. And at this point the value is 0. So I need to connect them with a, what is the degree of parabola for the bending moment diagram between A to B? Yes, please comment. What is the degree of diagram between degree of parabola in the bending moment diagram between A and B? Yes, 2 degree, 3 degree, 4 degree, 5 degree. What is the degree? 3 degree. So for the diagram, we should find the slope. So see here, for bending moment diagram, look at A. At A, we know that slope is given by V is equal to dm by dx. Yes or no? So at A, what is the value of V? The V is WL by 2. And this is equal to dm by dx. Yes or no? This is equal to dm by dx. So what does this indicate? That slope at A in the bending moment diagram is not equal to 0. Okay, so you need to consider the slope, and that too we have to move upward. So I'm showing it upward direction, right? At B, what is the value of V? Nothing but 0, and this is equal to dm by dx. So this implies that slope at B will be 0 for the bending moment diagram. So the slope I am showing as 0. Now I am going to connect it with a smooth curve, and this curve is 3-degree cubic parabola. This is in minus sign. So hatch the area, hatch the area, hatch the area. Is it clear? Yes or no? So any doubt in this SFD and BMD part till now? Any doubt in the SFD and BMD part till now? Any doubt in the SFD and BMD part till now? Is it clear to all? Is it clear to all? Is it clear to all? Yes? Is this clear to all? Yes? Sure? Sure? Okay. Okay then. Let us see the question number 10. Last question of the level number 1. Last question of the level 1. So this is subjected to the moment of M. The cantilever beam of length L is subjected to the moment of M. Yes, I want to draw the shear force diagram and bending moment diagram. Come on, draw fast. Come on, draw fast. You have 1 minute only. You have 1 minute only. You have 1 minute only to draw the shear force diagram and bending moment diagram. You have only 1 minute to draw the shear force diagram and bending moment diagram. Please get the value. Please get the value. Please get the value fast. Get the value fast. Get the value fast. Yes. Yes. Get the value fast. Get the value fast. Okay, see then. We know the reaction. There is only a moment of M. This is only the reaction. Now I need to draw the shear force diagram. So at A there is no vertical load. Throughout the beam there is no vertical load. At B there is no vertical load. That means throughout the beam the shear force is equal to 0. Is it clear? Throughout the beam the shear force is equal to 0. Next, I want to draw the bending moment diagram. So we can directly draw it only at A and B. So at A there is a moving left to right, there is a clockwise moment. So due to clockwise moment, there is upward force of M, right? Moving left to right, you can see the anti-clockwise, right? So that is minus M, right? So how you are going to go from A to B? Since shear force is 0, then dm by dx will be 0, that is slope will be constant, and then there will be down of M. Are you able to understand that? Yes or no? So at A, if you want in detail, I can go for it. That's not an issue for me. Okay. So leaving that. So at A, you can see there is a concentrated moment of M. Yes. And then A to B, there is no load. And due to no load, the shear force diagram is not having any vertical reaction also. So shear force is 0 throughout. So the bending moment diagram will be 0 degree throughout, and then there is a anti-clockwise which will cause it to come to 0 point. Is it clear? So that is your question number 10. Any doubt? Any doubt? Any doubt? So I will be, let me clarify the second part even more further. We know that V is throughout the length, what I'm saying, V is equal to 0. So if V is equal to 0, then dm by dx is equal to 0. Yes or no? So M will follow a constant. M is like a constant. And you can see the constant curve. Yes or no? Getting my point? Yes? Okay. Any doubt? Any doubt? Any doubt in this level 1? Any doubt in the level 1 questions? Any doubt in the level 1 questions? Look at the questions that we have dealt. Please hit the like button. Those who have joined right now, please hit the like button. Share with your friends. Share with your friends. The more you share, the more students are going to join. The more we are going to get encouraged for giving you better questions, for letting you work more and more. Right? Please hit the like button, share with your friends, and ask them to come to our channel, and we will do something big in the future. We as a team wants to make this channel the biggest channel of the civil engineering, right? This channel, right? There are that separate channels for mechanical department, for EC and electrical department, right? Those, they are also running very good, right? And I want to make this channel, which we started very soon, it's not long that we started this channel. So we want the help from our students only to make this channel a biggest success, right? Okay. Any doubt? Any doubt? So let us look at the level 2. So you are entering the level 2. So you are entering the level 2. You are entering the level 2. So the first question, you have to draw the SFD and BMD only, dear. But now the questions are going to be a bit tricky, and if you are able to remember the concept, that those 6 concepts, and you can apply those 6 concepts, nothing as such level is there. But the level will be seen for those who didn't understand those 6 points very clearly. Okay, so there is a cantilever beam, and this cantilever beam is subjected to UVL. Okay, this cantilever beam is subjected to UVL. This cantilever beam is subjected to UVL. Okay, A, B, this point is C. A to C, the length is L by 2. C to B, the length is L by 2. Okay, so now first of all, you need to find the support reaction. Determine support reaction. Determine support reaction. Determine support reaction. And second, draw SFD and BMD. Draw SFD and BMD. Draw SFD and BMD. So please, I'm giving you 2 minutes. Find the support reaction. I'm giving you 2 minutes. Find the support reaction. Please be active. Be active. Be active in my class. Be active in my class. Then only you are going to enjoy my class. Be active. First, assume the reaction. Assume the reaction. Let us say the vertical at A is VA. Moment at A is MA. Okay. Horizontal at A is HA. Just be assumed. Determine the support reaction. And once completed, write in the comment box. Determine the support reaction. Use the equation. If you want to use, you can use a shortcut if you are comfortable. Shortcut, I've already told you, you can imagine it as a point load passing through its centroid. But for that, you need to consider the lever arm very properly. Yes. One more minute. Find the support reaction. Find the support reaction. Find the support reaction. Find the support reaction. Yes, done. Let's see. First, support reaction. Support reaction. So how you want to go? Shortcut or basic formula? I want to go with the shortcut. I want to go with the shortcut for A. Okay. So what I'm going to do to find, I am going to apply this UVL as a point load. So due to this UVL that is acting from upward, the load is WL by 2 and the distance from the support will be 1/3 of L by 2. Am I right? Is 1/3 of L by 2. Okay. If I look at the B part, then the reaction is what? WL by 2. Yes, the force is upward, that is WL by 2, right? And the distance is, this is the point C. This length is L by 2, and from C to this point load, the distance is 2/3 of L by 2. That is nothing but L by 3. Yes or no? So you can see that the bending moment and the vertical force, that is upward and downward, both are balancing each other. So you cannot see any vertical reaction, but you can see a moment is generated. So you can find the moment in two forms. Either you can get the value of the couple, you can see the couple that is forming, or you can directly use the equation to find the moment at A, right? So you can see that the force load is same, and the couple is creating in the anti-clockwise direction. Yes. So if the couple is creating in the anti-clockwise direction, the opposite moment will be created in the clockwise direction. Yes or no? Yes or no? So what is the value? The moment at A is equal to, I'm considering this as moment at A, that is clockwise. I'm considering moment at A. Whatever the applied moment is there, that you are going to resist. So what moment we are applying? WL by 2 times, what is the lever arm? L by 3 plus L by 2. Yes or no? Minus WL by 2 into L by 6. Is it clear? Any doubt in this equation? See, try to understand this. What I'm saying, there is a anti-clockwise moment created by the upward force of WL by 2, and there is a clockwise moment created by the downward force of WL by 2. Since the upward force is more, the upward force causing the moment is more than the downward force, that's why the net effect will be anti-clockwise, right? Which will be balanced by the MA. Are you getting my point? Yes or no? Same thing I can write with the summation moment about A is equal to 0 also, you will get the same result, right? So you need to consider the lever arm very properly. I have first considered what is the effect, what is the moment caused due to the applied load, and then I've equated this equal to the MA. So what is the value? WL by 2 into 5L by 6 minus WL square by 12. Yes or no? Is it clear? So this is equal to WL square by 12. I'm taking common. WL square by 12, I'm taking common 5 minus 1, that is 4. So 4 here 3, which is WL square by 3. So you got the value as WL square by 3. You got the value as WL square by 3. Is it clear? Is it clear? Yes, please check once. Please check once. The result is correct. Please check whether the results are correct. Any doubt? So WL by 2 is the total load. WL by 2 is the total load. The lever arm is 1/3 of L by 2. Okay. 2/3 of L by 2. Okay. L by 2 plus L by 3, that is creating a anti-clockwise moment. So WL by 2, L by 3 plus L by 2 minus WL by 2 into L by 6. Okay. So it becomes, okay, it's correct, right? So the value is WL square by 3. Okay. Now we got the value of the shear force and support reaction. Now I'm going to draw the shear force diagram and bending moment diagram. So let me mark the points A, C, B. Okay. So corresponding to this, we will draw the shear force diagram and bending moment diagram. Let me show the support loading also, so that you don't get confused. And remember one thing, we have converted the UDL or UVL to the point load only for finding the support reaction. You cannot convert it into support reaction point load for finding the SFD and BMD, because it will give the wrong result. Is it clear? There is a moment that is acting, which is WL square by 3. Okay. See here then. See then. So now look here. I want to draw the shear force diagram. But here comes the point that you should remember. The load intensity is changing its sign. And if the load intensity is changing its sign, I need to consider the critical points. For drawing the SFD and BMD. So, first, critical points. So, what are the critical points? Start end of the beam, that is A and B. Start end of the UDL, UVL, that is A, B, C. Then point where considering point load or moment is acting, no such point. Point where load intensity or shear force changes its sign, that is point C. Okay. So that is A, B, C. Now what is the shear force at A? Moving left to right, is there any force? Vertical force. Load intensity is not the force. Always remember this. Load intensity is not the point force. It is distributed load. Okay. You can't consider it as a point load. So shear force at A is nothing but equal to 0. Similarly, what is the shear force at B? Nothing but 0. What is the shear force at C? Coming left to right, there is a downward force of WL by 2. You can see that. Okay, just a minute. One mistake we did. That's what I'm thinking. I was thinking. Here, we need to take the total load as WL by 4. We need to take the total load as WL by 4. Okay. So here in this part also the value becomes WL by 4. Okay. Then here it is WL square by 24. Then here it is 24. So it, after cutting, it becomes 6. The value will become WL square by 6. So the moment that you are getting is WL square by 6. Okay, that was a mistake from my side. No issue. Shear force at C will be minus half of W into L by 2. That is what? minus WL by 4. Okay, it happens sometime. Okay, no issue. Okay, so see here. So the shear force at C is minus WL by 4. Now I'm going to draw the shear force diagram. So at A, the value is 0. At B, the value is 0. At C, the value is minus WL by 4. At C, the value is minus WL by 4. That is in minus sign. Okay, now the degree is 2 degree because it is UVL. So if it is 2 degree, then you need to connect it with a square parabola. So look at the points A, B and C. Look at the points A, B and C. Look at the points A, B and C. So for shear force diagram, at A, load intensity is W kilonewton per meter. So this implied dV by dx is not equal to 0. That is, slope at A in the shear force diagram is not equal to 0. Is it clear? Slope at A in the shear force diagram is not equal to 0. Yes. So from here you got at A. Next, at B, W is equal to 0. That means dV by dx is also equal to 0, which further imply that slope at C, sorry, we are talking at C, right? So at C, W is equal to 0, so dV by dx is also equal to 0. So slope at C will be 0, right? At B, if I talking about, W is not equal to 0, it is equal to W, right? So dV by dx, this will not be equal to 0, and so slope at B in the shear force diagram is not equal to 0. So let me draw the diagram now. So at A we need to see the slope, and since we have to move downward, I'm drawing the downward slope. At C the slope is 0, and at B again the slope will exist. Now I need to connect it with a smooth curve as it is 2 degree. Yes, so this is your 2 degree curve. Any doubt in this part? Please pardon me for the mistake for calculating the total load, that was WL by 4, not WL by 2. Okay, so please take into consideration of that. Then we have drawn the shear force diagram, right? Now I want you to draw the bending moment diagram. This is the only part which may cause problem to you, that's why I explained that part. Okay, now please draw the bending moment diagram. First, I'm giving you 2 minutes. Draw the bending moment diagram. Find the bending moment at the critical points. And try to draw the diagram. See the slope very properly. Yes, try to draw the bending moment diagram. First, this is the last question of the day. We are not going to solve any further questions, because if I start any other question, it will be exceeding my time which I am allotted per day, right? Because I cannot hamper any other class, because just after my class, Ashwadesh sir class is running on. So no issue, I will be taking 5 minutes less. That's not a big deal, but please solve. Please try to get the bending moment diagram. You also will get a rest of 5 to 10 minutes, because today we have solved only the questions. So you are continuously engaged with me. So just get the answer first. Try to draw the bending moment diagram. First, find the value of the bending moment at the critical points. See the slope at these critical points and connect it with a curve. You know which curve it will be. So please try to connect it with the curve. Yes. Try to connect it with the curve. Last minute. Last 1 minute. Please solve. Last 1 minute. Last 1 minute. Those who got the answer, say yes, done. Say yes, done. This is a standard procedure we were following from the first question. Because I cannot see the diagram. You cannot show your diagram. So you can write yes or no. And once I complete, you can write yes, we have completed. It's correct. Okay. See then. First of all, critical points remain same for the bending moment diagram also. So what is the bending moment at A? What is the bending moment at A? You can see you are moving left to right. There's a clockwise moment of WL square by 6. It is WL square by 6. Then what is the bending moment at B? What is the bending moment at B? You can see at B point there is no concentrated moment and there is no transverse force also if you are moving right of B. So bending moment at B will be 0. Now I want to find bending moment at C. So for finding the bending moment at C, either you can go left to right or you can go right to left, not a problem. But you should be using the sign convention properly. So I am moving left to right just now. So if I move left to right, look here. Look here. There is a concentrated moment of WL square by 6 at A. That is clockwise. So it is plus WL square by 6. Then the UVL is causing the anti-clockwise moment. You can see that at C. So minus. First load under the diagram, that is WL by 2 into half. And what is the lever arm? That is 2/3 of L by 2. 2/3 of L by 2. So you can see 2 cancelled out. You get the value as WL square by 6 minus WL square by 12. So the value you will get as nothing but WL square by 12. So that is the bending moment at C. First of all, we will mark these points. First of all, we will mark these points. At A, the value is WL square by 6 in plus. So I will move up first. The value is WL square by 6. At B, the value is WL square by 12. That is at C, center point. And at B, the value is 0. Okay. Now I need to see the curve nature. Since the shear force diagram is 2 degree, the bending moment diagram will be 3 degree. Yes or no? Since the shear force diagram is 2 degree, the bending moment diagram will be 3 degree. Okay. So we need to see the slope, and the slope will be seen at 3 points. And the slope will be seen at 3 points. So I'm seeing here itself. So for bending moment diagram, at A, what we know, we have to see the shear force. V is equal to 0. Yes or no? Then dm by dx will also be equal to 0 as V is equal to dm by dx. So this indicate what? Slope at A in the bending moment diagram will be 0. So slope at A will be 0. Look at the diagram. I will be showing continuously. Next, at B, again V is equal to 0. You can see the B point. See the B point. At B, V is equal to 0. So at B, V is equal to 0. That is equal to dm by dx, which again indicate that slope at B is equal to 0. Slope at B is equal to 0. At C, V is equal to minus WL by 4. And this is equal to dm by dx. Okay. So again, this is indicating that the slope at C in the bending moment diagram is not equal to 0. Now, since we are to move up down, so I am giving this curve nature with the tangent. Okay. Now let us connect this with a smooth curve. let us connect this with a smooth curve. This is 3 degree. This is 3 degree. Understood? Yes or no? So let me hatch this area. This is your bending moment diagram with a 3 degree, and this is your shear force diagram. Shear force diagram and bending moment diagram. Any doubt in this question, please ask. I will be bringing it in one frame. Yes. First question of level 2. Any doubt, please ask. First question of level 2. Any doubt, please ask. I have specifying each and every point in great detail for you only. The only reason of doing this is you understand, right? You don't mug up anything. Why slope? Why there is upward? Why there is a downward? Why this nature curve? Why not any other nature? Right? Why concavity? Why convexity? Right? You should understand each and every point. Any doubt, please ask. Any doubt, please ask. So today we have dealt numerous questions. Right? We have completed the level 1 questions. We have completed 7 questions on level 1. Right? And we have completed 1 question of level 2. Tomorrow we will be solving 2 questions on level 2. Not tomorrow, on Monday. Right? And I will be entering the level 3, where I will be letting you solve 1 to 2 questions of the level 3. Is it clear? Right? So please subscribe to our channel. Those who have not subscribed till now, please subscribe to our channel. Right? Please subscribe. The PDF is available after the class in the Telegram group. The notes PDF is available in the Telegram group. Those who have not joined, please join the group. Right? The details of the group is mentioned in the details of the video. For any doubt, those who have not joined the Unacademy subscription, you can post in the Facebook group. We will be seeing your questions, right? And for better interaction with us, you can contact with us through the Unacademy Plus subscription, where you can pay both through the debit card or credit card or one-time payment, considering you have 1 month or 3 month or 6 month or 12 month subscription or 24 month subscription, right? So this is the way we deal with the doubt clearing session, and this is how we take the sessions in the Unacademy Plus channel. We have different batches. There are different doubt clearing sessions. Weekly tests are there. And last but not the least, this is my team. You can see my team. Most of you are studying with these educators, right? And if you are liking my teaching, please use my code BAR10 and enjoy all the lectures. Okay, thank you so much. We'll meet on Monday.